You lift big things up and put them back down. It's not complicated. A lot of it does come from being, well, a minotaur. But some of it comes from things I wish I never had to experience. My strength was born mostly from necessity, and that isn't always a good thing. What, because of how heavy it is? That is part of it, yes. Being as strong as I am, if a weapon is too light, it just doesn't feel good in my hands. I'd rather fight with just my hands, in that case. But hammers are also effective. No matter how heavy your armor is, there's always so much blunt force you can take before you've been caved in. A hammer delivers pure, raw power. And that's exactly how I like it. What is it? Cold, dark, and racist. Which, to be fair, can be said about a lot of places. But I especially dislike how cold it is up here. And nobody seems to be able to agree on anything. Then again, Skyrim is my first experience around real people. Maybe everyone is just like this, and I'm the fool. Fair enough. I suppose that means we'll discover things at the same time. One good thing about this place is there are lots of ruins and abandoned things to find. Usually those have plenty of heads to smash and gold to grab. Sure. I can't say no to that. What is it? They're hairy, sweaty, have poor manners, take things by force, like to smash things, and aren't keen on friendliness or civilized ways of life. So I guess you could say they're all a lot like me. Look, I appreciate your flattery, but trust me when I say they aren't pleasant to be around. Especially for smaller folk like yourself. Well, they'd rip you up and trample you at first sight. They're bullies by nature, and to have the recklessness to charge head-on at things bigger than they are. My advice is to steer clear of them under all circumstances. Not all of them are as nice and friendly as me. No. Not that you need to know about, anyways. We should move on. There are more important things to worry about right now, and I'm bored of talking anyways. Aye, and for good reason. When I was growing up in the mountains, they would often raid human settlements or attack travelers. Worse, they would sometimes hold sacrificial rituals to Belharza, the god of minotaurs, so to speak. Part of the reason I left was because I never felt welcomed there. If you think I'm beastly and angry, you don't know half the personality of your average minotaur. Aye, that's true. But you can never be too sure. I've seen a couple around near the border, and they definitely aren't against pushing up their way to Skyrim by force. Then again, to do that, they'd have to organize in a larger group, which they rarely do. That almost always ends in some kind of fight.